Hello, guys, and welcome to the first episode in what I hope to be a series of series where you guys actually build me a team and I'm going to do my best to compete with it. So, pretty much what I'm going to do is every month, month and a half, 2 months, around there, whatever, depends on the demand. I'm going to ask for you guys to leave me comments with suggestions for pokes for a team for me to use, and I'm going to try and build as best of a team as I can using your guys' suggestions. So, anyway, be sure to stick around after, I'll explain more later. So, anyways, battle. We have a battle against somebody from the Xerxes Exat. His name was QuickBobHero, and we both lead off with the Heatran. I like his name considering its gender. It's pretty clever, I would say. And I predicted him to Earth Power or EQ or something because my Heatran doesn't actually pack that. So I just immediately switched and he set up Stealth Rock and then he Iron Headed my Cress and that's about it. So we're all caught up. He switches out into Gliscor and we're good to go. So he's going to taunt me and that kind of sucks because now I can't Sleep Talk, I can't Psycho Shift, and I can't get his physical wall to sleep. So that kind of stinks. So I just switch out into Bliss and he's going to Thunder Fang me. And I predicted him to EQ here, so I'm going to go for the immediate counter because I want this Gliscor dead because I know how annoying they are. So anyway, he goes to Infernape and my counter fails naturally. So now I gotta get the hell out of here because I cannot take a hit from Infernape. That's what Infernape does. It close combats Bliss, and that's pretty much what they're for sometimes. So he just U-turns, he gets switch advantage, so that's good for him. I went into my Gliscor even though his Infernape could have had HP Ice. I didn't think it would because he sent it into a Bliss and unless it was Mixape, and he still wouldn't have 1-8 KO'd me. Anyway, Bliss, she takes the Ice Punch. Was that an Ice Punch? I think it was. Yes, because he was intending that for Gliscor, and I just switch out into my Crest now, predicting some kind of Psychic move. I thought he'd Psychic, but instead he just Zen Headbutts, so that's even better because Crest's defenses are high. And he decides to go Boom because he's an asshole and he wanted to take out my best wall. So my mix wall is gone, but I still have a physical wall in Gliscor and a special wall in Blissey, so it's not too big of a deal, but it still sucks because now I can't sleep anything or burn anything. So I went into my lead again, and he just goes to Vaporeon. He's going to protect, predicting me. He was just trying to scout out my moves, I guess. So I go into Bliss, and I plan to Soft Boil because he has nothing that he wants to do to me. Like he could, I don't know, Wish, I don't know, predicting me to S-Toss or something, but even then it wouldn't do anything. But he just roars me out, so no harm, no foul. I get my health back. Big deal. So I go into my Heatran here, and I'm predicting him to predict me to switch. And I thought he'd go for a Roar, but he just goes into Gliscor, and I just set up my Rocks, finally. So, Rocks are up, things are good, and I just switch into my Gliscor to dodge an EQ, which is also good, because that's the only thing I have to dodge ground attacks now. So, he sees my Gliscor, he probably thinks I have Ice Fang or something, and he just switches out into Heatran, but I go for a Toxic. He said he didn't predict that, he said he would have went for Taunt if he predicted that, so I guess he was predicting some kind of other move. And he surprised me by staying in with Heatran here and going for Fire Blast. I thought for sure he'd tried some kind of tricky double switch predicting me to EQ and be faster. But for some reason his Heatran is faster, and that made me think, like, how is it faster? But whatever, I just go in my Scarftar. I know that he's not Scarfed because he's already switched moves. And there's his Shuckaberry, so he's definitely not Scarfed now. And he's able to live it, the EQ, and he's going to hit me with an Iron Head, and I'm going to be able to take that pretty well. Now here I predict him to switch. I'm kind of scarfed, so I had to switch, predicting him to go into Levitator. So that's what I do. I go into my Heatran, and he switches out into Gliscor, which is no better because now I'm going to have to switch out anyway. So I may as well just stayed in and save myself the Stealth Rock damage. And for whatever reason, I predicted him to predict me to switch, going into my Gliscor again, but that didn't pan out because he just hits me with an EQ and takes me down. So that sucks. I just lost another sweeper for next to nothing. I could have completely dodged that attack. Anyway, he's going to taunt my Bliss, and I just S-Toss because I didn't need to Soft Boil at all. And now I'm predicting him to EQ, but I honestly have nothing to go to take it. So I am going to just S-toss and continue S-tossing until he wants to leave. So he hits me with an EQ, and that's going to not do a lot. And there's my second S-toss, I think, and that's good. So continuing to S-toss, and I want to hit him with a counter coming up, but I know he's going to roost at some point, so that's what he does now. He just roosts. And he gets all his health back, and I miss my S-toss here because of the Sand Veil, but that's okay. That actually works out better for me. And I'm predicting him to EQ me again right now because he knows I can't heal because of the taunt, so I just go for a cheeky little counter here. I'm not sure if he forgot about it or what, but he just takes that counter and down goes his physical wall, and that is awesome because that Gliscor, honestly, it could have swept my team otherwise if I didn't get rid of it, so that's always good. And of course we have Sand up because my T-Tower had to come in early for that Heatran, and that's never a good thing. I always want Heatran to be my last poke. So anyway, in comes his Heatran, and I thought it would die to entry, but it survives with a tiny sliver of health, and I was forced to go for a soft-boiled there. There was honestly nothing else I could have done, so I soft-boiled, and I'm not sure what he wants to do after this. I just want a soft-boiled again because I'm still not sitting too pretty in terms of health, so I kind of want to soft-boil, but I just decided to switch into my Scizor, predicting him to use another Iron Head because I'm going to resist it and then be able to hit it back with a Bullet Punch. So Sandstorm goes, Bullet Punch, and there we go. He's down. I take Life Orb because this Scizor is not my Choice Band anymore. It is Life Orb with Sword Stance. So that's awesome. And anyway, in comes Ape. It's going to eat my Bullet Punch like a champion because, well, I honestly had nothing else to do. Like, I could have went into Bliss there, but I'd rather have my Bliss than my Scizor at this point because, honestly, Bliss can probably deal more damage to things than Scizor. I don't care. I call it Scizor. So anyway, I go into my Scarf T-Tar, and I think he knows it's Scarfed by this point because otherwise why would I send it into something faster? So I know he's going to predict that, so I decided to not go for an EQ, and I went for a cheeky Stone Edge there because his Gliscor is gone, so he doesn't have anything to resist it. And Vaporeon takes a ton of damage from that. And I'm not sure what item that Vaporeon has if it doesn't have lefties. I'm not sure. I've never seen a Vaporeon without lefties, so that was really weird. And T-Tar is luckily able to 2-hit KO that thing. And this stinks. I know this thing's going to go for flinch hacks, but I'm Scarfed and I'm faster. So he goes for Fire Blast, actually. And he misses, and that was huge because my Stone Edge also missed, but I'm going to get to go again before he does. So that was a huge miss. Huge miss. So, double miss, and nothing really happened, but anyway, Togekiss is gone. And now he's down to his last guy, and I know he's going to close combat, and I know I can come back under another Stealth Rock, so I just decided to go to my Bliss. I don't want to risk the Stone Edge miss and him kill me, so I just decided to go to Bliss so that I can switch moves with my T-Tar. And that is pretty much going to be the game. In fact, that is going to be the game once my T-Tar comes in and EQs. So that was a really good game. I was definitely nervous at a few points. Like, after my my crest died, I thought it would be over. But I managed to pull it off and get the cheeky little win there. Anyway, so here are the team building contest thing that you guys are going to do. So pretty much the first person to comment on this video and the highest rated comment will both be in the team. So just be sure to name which Pokemon you would like to see most in a team out of me, and I guess hope that it gets thumbed up to the top, or just try to be the first. So in my next video it's going to be the same thing. I'll probably remind you at the end of that one too, so there you go. That's it. Those are whatever I get, and I'm going to customize EVs and rolls and do all that stuff. So my tutorial series, that I've got a ton of ideas. I got an entire page of stuff I want to talk about written down, and that's probably going to be started up next week at some point, hopefully Monday, but you know, we're going to see where that goes. It'll probably take me months to get through it, like 2 or 3 months. So anyway, leave your comments, and see you guys later.